When it comes to Division III athletics, these kids are doing it for the fun of the game. They're not getting paid NIL deals to come walk on and play a Rowan. For them, it's just a, hey, we're gonna come together as a team. We're gonna produce really, great work. But I think that the passion at D3 athletics is totally different than at D1, right? They do it for money at D1. If they're good at what they do, they're gonna get paid to do it, right?
These kids want it, and I think that's really unique about a D3 athlete. Of course, the resources are a little different, but you find just the opportunity to really make it your own because it's what you put in, and you get to see exactly what you put in is what you get out of it. And that, again, takes like a special type of kid. It's just down to like that work ethic and making the most of their opportunity, and that's what I feel like a lot of D3 kids do.
It's for the love of the sport, and you see that, and you definitely see that here because they're not getting these deals. They put in a lot of time. I mean, it's like a 12-month commitment. And I think that just there's something special about the students that come here and give their all to play for this.
The drive and the enthusiasm and everything you see from a Division III athlete is from them. It's their character, it's their personality. It may not be the glitz and the glamour of Division I, but they still represent their school, their university.
Here we want to win national championships, and we're close. We have the teams that are competing all the time. We're winning conference championships. That's one thing that at where I was at St. Joe's, you didn't have teams winning the Atlantic 10 championship that much.
We're blessed with great sports. Last year we had 9 conference championship winning teams. That doesn't happen at a normal school. It just doesn't.
I see a definite pride in Rowan. It seems like all of the student athletes that compete here just have some sense of pride that they're playing here.
You can really feel the community and the sense of it. I know that almost every coach knows almost every single player on every team, and everybody's supporting everyone. You see all the coaches and players at each other's games doing everything they can to support us. A lot of our coaches are alum from Rowan, and I think that says a lot about this school because there's so many people that really want to give back, and they want to see their students succeed because they want to see their program succeed.
We want to put together a product that we go, okay, we were really proud of this. We want it to be at the top. We could be sitting here, but that does nothing for me. That does nothing for this department. We need to be here.
I think we've just built on the reputation that Rowan has. I think our reputation is out there. And we're just trying to improve upon it, show people who we are and that we're well-rounded students that are coming out of here and great competitive teams that are competing for national championships. We're basically in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. So at St. Joe's, I was fighting for attention amongst the other Big 5, Big 6 schools. Here, we're just kind of on the outlier. We're one of the outliers of that whole metropolitan area. So we really have to have like a good story for us to kind of crack the pages of, say, the Inquirer or any of the Philadelphia media. I always first try to describe it by just that we're the PR office for the athletic department. But I think that people don't realize that a lot goes into it. We're managing photos, we're managing the archives, we're obviously running the website, setting up interviews for the student athletes, trying to promote them even more by reaching out to the newspapers and trying to get some stories on our special athletes, the ones that are achieving great things. But I think that there's a lot of little behind the scenes things.
I deal with 144 broadcasts a year. People don't think about it, but the amount of equipment that we take out on a game day is a lot. Pretty much my entire office goes empty on a game day, especially if it's 2 game days. This office is completely blank. We usually get there to an event about 2 hours early. That all depends on what's going on with that day. We usually have 2 broadcasters, 4 camera crew, and then a producer / TD / director. At a normal Division III school, you're not seeing a 4 camera shoot of 2 on-field camera, 2 up top. It's just not normal. It's really cool that we're able to do that and to give students the experience that they don't necessarily get all that often, especially at a Division III level.
It's You know, a lot of prep work, the last minute things going on, running off copies of our rosters, all the information we need for everybody, getting our equipment over to the stadium, getting the computers set up. If I'm doing my job, everything's ready to go, and I can just come in here and be ready to roll on a football game, and then we just, afterwards, then it's writing the recap, getting the interviews done, things like that.
It really is pretty cool when we are able to tell the stories of athletes that, you know, aren't necessarily always in the limelight, and when we're able to put them in that spotlight, the joy that they get out of that is awesome.
I really wanted to come back and coach at Rowan, especially Division III. The sport of field hockey gave me so much, and this university gave me so much. I didn't even think for a second. It was like an immediate, like, apply for the job, do whatever I can to be here, because this program gave me so much, this department gave me so much, the school gave me so much, and I don't think a lot of people can say that about their universities. And just knowing there was a way for me to immediately give back was just so important to me. Field hockey changed my life entirely. This university changed my life, and so knowing I could potentially do that, at least for one other person, really drove me to want to come back and coach here.
I've now been here 3 years, and Rowan for me is like my second home. Technically, I'm a 7th-year senior that just keeps coming back semester after semester. My parents described it as just another summer break for me. What I'm able to do and help the students that are still coming through the department to this day is what makes the job really rewarding.
I was fortunate to have a previous relationship with John Giannini when he was the basketball coach at LaSalle, and we had talked about it. And then he had a position for me here, which was great. I had done a little bit of research and talked to some of the other SIDs that work Division III, and everybody said great things about Division III. It wasn't much of a change.
People come up to me and they're like, I love your job. I love what you do. I think it's great. You see the 15% of the job that people love. I said, there's 85% of this job that is hard work, grinding, that you don't see behind the scenes, to see that 15% of the product that you do. A lot of hard work, a lot of long days, long hours. That's the industry though, so you kind of just go with it.
I think the biggest piece and the biggest takeaway is that you get to have like a full, well-rounded life here. I don't want to take away from Division I. Of course, that's like top-tier athletics, D2, it's its own realm. But at the same time, like, we're doing the same things. You have this really great opportunity to be a really, really good student, and at the same time be a really good athlete with like the things we're offered here. I think along with that, Rowan, it just came like this really nice like community around it that really I don't think you find everywhere, especially at the Division I level. Sometimes it becomes more than just you, and I think it's really nice to be in an area where like they still value you as the person and the player versus like what you can do for just the team.
I think it's the people that makes the place, and whether these coaches are Division I coaches or Division III coaches, I mean, they're all out for the same goal. You have great, student athletes, you have kids that are well-rounded, they're good students. And when you're on a team like this, at a place like Rowan, you get to know so many people, and you're in it together, and you're successful. You go through the ups and downs, but I really respect the student athletes that come here to play, without a scholarship or a big NIL deal.
It's really cool, the level of play we have here. I like to tell everybody that we're a top 25 Division III school, because we are. Every year for the past 3 years, we're hosting NCAA events, right? We're hosting postseason action. That's when it's a lot of fun. And that's when my job is extremely rewarding.